baby break. This next item up, I totally remember, Sarah, when you launched this. And when you want to talk about something that's really fantastic and magical and really neat, this entire collection allows you to create a bookcase of brag books. Literally a bookcase filled with brag books. And it gives you the templates and all the embellishments, and it gives you all the tools, the dies you need to make these. This is kind of mind-blowing when you see what it creates. Now, this is called a This Day Only. Sorry, you know what that is. The price is only good until midnight tonight. I have a very limited quantity. So when you see the magic of this, just remember there's not a whole lot, and the price is only good for the next couple of hours. So Sarah, I wanted you to show the finished project if you don't mind, because it's just like, it's so fun how this works.
You are going to fall in love with this, and can I just say, you only need to make one or two things, and then it's cheaper than having bought ones ready for you just to decorate. So I see things like this in the store, Suzanne. How gorgeous is this? You've got the little drawer in here, but then you've also got this beautiful little book. So what we're going to do is we're going to make our own little memory albums where we're going to make the spine and then all of the pages, okay? And I've got all the dies for that to teach you how to do that. What I love is, because it's die-based, it's got the templates, you can do a small one, or you can do a super-size album with loads of pages in, however you want to do that. And by the way, this is that beautiful paper from the Secret Garden set, Suzanne, that we were talking about, okay? Perfect. So you've got that lovely memory album. Now, because I've done a couple of these, I've got the big one and the small one, and because you might want to give this as a gift, you might want to do this with the little drawing for you to add your own pieces in. Now, you can either put it in a drawer, or look, we can also make these lovely big folios where you can keep all of your papers and everything organized. What a wonderful gift to make and give for someone, Suzanne. And you can see we've made it as a big drawer set. Or look at this one over here, done this a little bit different. This one's a 3 drawer set with 2 little mini albums in their own little folios. So every time you're going to be making albums, you're going to be making folios to hold them, and then you're going to be making complete units to keep everything in. And every one you make, by the way, it's going to be a different composition, it's going to be a different style, it's going to be however, I mean, look at this one here. This is actually a whole book, Suzanne, where we just open in the pages of the book, and you've got little photographs on every piece, and this all rolls up. And it literally is the gift that keeps on giving as it keeps on going. But this all folds up and rolls up into this one lovely piece that is then going to go inside your folio, which then goes inside the gift that you're giving to somebody, with the little drawer pieces as well. Even the hardware comes included, Suzanne. So I know that's an awful lot to take in, but use it. I wanted to show you the finished pieces. Now, hopefully, it'll make sense how we're going to make everything, okay? So,
hey, Sarah, excuse me just one second, girl. Okay, guys, I have less than 700 now left. So a lot of you just jumped on the line. My best advice right now is go to hsn.com. Honestly, it's a couple of clicks. You can use 5 Flex, even if you're new with a major credit card, and you're gonna get yours reserved. This is by far the lowest price we've ever offered. And again, this is making so many different ideas. If you got it just to do the bookbinding and make the books, it is 100% worth getting all the dies, but then to get all the templates, and this is all that hardware she's talking about. You say, how do they do that little handle? Yep, it's actually included in the kit at the lowest price. This is your moment to grab what I have left. We do believe this is going to be sold out here pretty soon, so just want to give you a quick heads up. Sorry, Anna. Go ahead, my love.
I mean, I am looking at that and I am thinking, my word, I absolutely, like you can see that value screaming through the screen at you. And just when you see all the different options you can make, right? So let me just start by thinking, if we're making the album, Suzanne, right? So you've got that lovely, got the album, that you've got the spine. So you can do the spine in all different sizes. And then I'm going to show you how we do the pages. So each page that you do, it comes in a leaf like this. So we're going to die cut as many of these pages as we want, and then they go into the spine. Now, once you've got your pages in the spine, you see they've all got this lovely finish on them. So what you can do is you can either give them the lovely finishes, and we've got all the page finishes. So you've got all these dies to do all these different styles of finishes on your page, or you might want to do them index card style. Suzanne, each one of these die sets, you'd be talking a good 15 bucks just to do like the index page. Imagine doing a little folio where you've got the piece coming through and you're flicking through all the index pages. That's included. We've then got your actual page die. So this would die cut your page and do all of the mats and layers and the tear pieces if you want to do it. We've got this set of embellishments, which is going to give you things like your tags. It's going to give you your mats and layers, your photo corners. These all just die cut out and then fold over into the corner. You'll see how we've used them for all the embellishments. Now, to put into perspective the value that we've got, Suzanne, okay? When we launched this, some people were going for a mini kit that just had these dies in and not all the extra bits I'm about to show you. That alone was the $69, right? So just take it as a given that everything else I'm about to show you is coming as like a bonus, right? Now, first of all, you've got that box file. So that box file is what allows you, it's pretty big, that, Suzanne. It's what allows you to make this base box file here with that lovely hole in so that you can pull these through, just like you do when you organise your big box files at home, but you do your mini ones. Then we get things like the side panel, got mine upside down here. So this is where we're starting to make these sort of units here, where you've got all the templates for the side panels, the top and the base panels. You see the little drawers? We then actually get a whole one to do your drawer template and then actually your main drawer casing. So these are templates because they're so big and you don't need dies, Suzanne, when we're just cutting straight lines. It's not, you'd be paying, you know, $400 or $500 for these in dies. You don't need them in a bigger machine. You just need to draw around them and know, you just need to understand and know how you're doing it. So for things like those box files and the pieces, you've got all of those ready to do your little, oh, I've lost one down here, to do all of your folio pieces. Now, I see that I haven't got an awful lot of units left and I haven't got a lot of time, so I'm going to quickly jump into showing you how it works to do that spine, okay? So if we're wanting to do that spine, can you see we've got this here? What you're going to do is you're going to take that die and you're going to die cut that through. So I've just taken one of those and I've sent it through, and can you see it's going to put the little crosses on? So when it comes out of your die cut machine, it looks like this. And we're just going to fold on the score line, Suzanne. And then once I fold, and I just give them a little bit of a crease, you're not going to have to be doing this back to front upside down for a camera at the speed of light, so you can take your time on yours. And I'm telling you, that clock doesn't help my stress levels. That's making this go a little bit fast, like 590. See if I can finish the demo before we sell them all out, right?
Exactly.
And then you see you've got the little crosses on there. All you do is you put tape down where we've got the crosses, right? This is what's so clever about it. So these two bits fold together, stick together, and then you can see that I've got this little piece sticking up, right? Mm-hmm. These are going to form, if I show you the actual book, these are forming the pieces of the spine on the base of the book here. So then all we do is you're going to use the spine cover, you're going to draw around it, put the score lines in, and that will give you the base spine. And then if I go straight in there with a little bit of tape down the end, I can take the first piece of my spine and pop this into place. Then I can take the next piece on my spine and I can add this one in again. And then you can fit a third one in there as well. I can add that in there. You're adding all the bits of the spine. Oh, I haven't stuck this one together. So again, all we're doing, tape to tape, get it nicely stuck down, pop this one down here, and you can see there all the bits of that album spine are coming together. You can see where they're sticking up. I think you can just about see that there.
Yeah, sure.
Chose the black because I thought it might be easier. That folds round, and then there's the base of my album. Now, for the pages, Suzanne, all you're going to do is, I've got a couple of sheets of that. I mean, those papers, I'm just not going to lie, are absolutely something else. All you do is you take two, you put the two pages back to back, how they're going to look. We're going to lie that over the edge and run that through our die cutting machine, and that will shape the edge of that page. Even just for things like the page edges, it's worth having, Suzanne. And then when you've got a couple of pages with your page edges done, all you're going to do is we're going to go a little bit of tape onto the top, little bit of tape onto the bottom, and then we're going to put the first piece down at the top. We're going to put the second piece down at the bottom like this, right? So that we've got the two pages sandwiched. And then you're going to take a little bit of your glue and we're just going to stick those two pages together so that you get this nice strong page. And what's happened is the page is sandwiched over that leaf there.
Right.
And I want you to do the same with all 3 of these. So can you see how we've nicely strengthened each of those, going top and bottom, exactly how you've just seen me do with the first one. Now, that's so simple. So, Suzanne, if you're thinking about it, you could be doing that with one. Where's the one? Look at this lovely big one. Imagine doing something like this, where you've got all those pages in there.
Right.
I mean, how fabulous is this book? And I just think, yes, I know it's $69. This is a really considered purchase, okay? You imagine when you're making one of these and gifting these to somebody, right? People who are doing these as a small business, you would be charging $20, $30 for one of these. If you were doing this as a business, it's going to pay for itself literally by the time you've made 2 or 3 projects. Now, that's the starting point, right? What I wanted you to see, but it's not just the album, Suzanne, is about 1/4 of the whole bundle. The album's just the starting point. So you've got to do the album, and then I want you to do the little folios. So I love these.
Sarah, just really quickly, guys, if you just could buy the album part, and again, you're getting all the decorations. She hasn't even gotten all the little decorative pieces you get. All of this is decorative pieces. This is all creating that album, right? If I got rid of this half of it, no templates and none of this, imagine how expensive just these dies would be if you had to buy those separately. That is easily the cost of the entire kit. Then you add all the templates, then you add all the hardware to it. It's incredible, and you've got to remember, it's literally 2 minutes, 3 minutes, it's sold out, or at midnight, the price unfortunately is gonna go back up. We've never done a better price. Like right now is the moment. And I'm telling you, you'll make the coolest books, and once you make that first one and you start, oh, I get it, it really becomes very, very easy actually. So don't be overwhelmed by it. And also you should know, Sarah and her team do tons of YouTube videos that will help you be really creative and really walk you through this. So I know our presentations, unfortunately, are really rushed, but don't worry. She's gonna walk you through everything you need to know to take this to that next level, and to even a beginner, how to make this work. But you wanna get it. Right now, I think we're down to what? How many do I have left, Kevin? Okay, I have a little over 400 left, and this indeed will be sold out. We will not bring this back. This is a one, and it's done when it's completely gone. So sorry about that. I just wanted to make sure they understood where we kind of stood with this.
Absolutely fine, Suzanne, because I think it's important for people to know. And you're right, when you get this home, yes, I've had about 10 minutes to show you this, Suzanne. Right. However, when you get this home, we've got about 10 hours of tutorials of how to make all the different versions